Hello everybody, I'm back with another layout, and this time I'm using the Scraptastic Club TLN kit. That's their This Life Noted kit, and it's a pocket page kit. So it comes with a bunch of 3x4 cards and 4x6, and they're double-sided. And I think I've forgotten to mention how thick and heavy these cards are. They are the thickest ones I have ever come across. They're really sturdy. They're really, really nice. And so there's a couple of them there, and so I'm just going to layer those two and get them together with my trusty glue gun there, and then bend them a little bit so that they'll curve away from the page, and then you end up getting a nice little shadow out of it. I think Teddy is coughing a little bit here, so that's what you hear in the background. He's in my craft room with me today. And this video, I trimmed it a little bit so that you could see what I've done, but I cut a bunch out because I don't end up using that background paper. I like what I did with it, but I didn't end up liking the top at all. I really, really didn't like it. It wasn't coming across the way that I wanted to with the photo. And so those are printable labels there, and I printed, I just opened them in my Silhouette and used the text tool and put the words into the label that I wanted and printed it, and then I just cut them out by hand. And so the background is a white cardstock from my stash. Here comes the part that I don't like here. I'm not loving any of that, so that's all going to change. And I used my brayer on this background paper I was saying was from my stash. It's just white cardstock, and I embossed it with my embossing folder. There you go, that's what I used, my Brilliance pad and my brayer, and I just ran my brayer to get some gold on it. So now we're going to skip ahead because I ripped everything that I hot glued on the page. I ripped off of it because I didn't like it at all. And I found this tree in the Silhouette store, and I love that tree. The leaves are like open, some of them, and I really like that cut file, and that was much better. I thought it went with the direction I was trying to take this layout in, and so I'm gonna get that glued down again, my trusty glue gun. And good thing it's low temp because I get my fingers all over the glue all the time. That's part of why I use a low temp glue gun because I'm always straightening and touching and fixing. And when I see a glob of glue, my fingers just go to it and I burn myself with a high temp. So I use a low temp glue gun for that reason. Although you got to be a little quicker with it because it does cool pretty quick. So again, this is white cardstock from my stash, and I embossed it with the wood grain embossing folder that I have, and then I just left it white this time. I really did like the gold on the other one. I'll try that again on another layout, but it just wasn't turning out the way I wanted it to look because the photo is of all these owls. There's a teapot, and I left my wooden spoons and the one little owl there. I keep it by my cooktop, and those are the spoons that I use all the time. I think you can tell they're very, very old and very well used. And so anyway, this all started, I did a video a while back of the mug like this that I found and it was an owl, and it's white like this, and I think I like it because they're all white. And so I did a little layout of that because, you know, I love coffee and I love my little owl mug, and so I made a layout. And then I kept tripping on these owls, and then they went on clearance. So of course I got the whole shot right? Actually, in the photo, I'm not showing the cookie jar as well that I bought. I can't stop with these owls. They're just adorable. I love them. And so, because the photo, what I'm taking a photo of is all white, I just wanted more white on the page. I didn't want all kinds of more color. So that's why I did that. And so I'm just gluing down, like the leaves that are full, that don't have a cutout, I use those little homemade pop dots out of fun foam to pop them up. And then it kind of lifts the rest off the page and you get a shadow because of the white on white, right? You'll see it a little better. And so that's what I did there. And then I'm just going to trim the side off here. And I put everything back on the page the way it was, except that gold starburst, I put it on the top right of the photo. I love that starburst. It got a little bit mangled. I had stapled through it 3 times and glued it down. So, but it made it. And then everything else is the same as it was. And so I'm just going to show you some pictures here. And that'll be it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.